I don't give a damn who don't like it. Some of y'all on here defending Nas from the Gram and that live with Maggie. Okay, I wasn't even planning on talking about anything to this magnitude today. But the people are not outraged enough for me. Because what he did on that live, the things that he said to that young woman who is disabled, who has Down syndrome, okay?
The stuff I want to say about Nas from the Gram, I know for a fact TikTok gonna try to delete me.
Listen, I don't even know what a Nas from the Gram is, but it keeps popping up and everybody keep talking about it. And I couldn't watch that live for longer than 10 seconds, but I tried to watch it. And I don't want to see nothing like that. But that was some of the most sick, sadistic, Pet Cemetery, Evil Dead stuff I've ever seen somebody say on the internet. Like, are you okay, sir? Like, where did that come from? You have spirits inside of you. I believe in the devil now. Because I've seen people get drunk. And they be getting mad at people and they be saying all kinds of things, but they don't never say stuff like that. And usually they be like actually mad. They think they're mad about something. If the girl didn't do anything to you, what are you mad about? Like you just get mad because you drink?
I'm on another episode, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're joining for the very first time, thank you as well for being here today. There is a creator who is currently getting cancelled, and this creator's name has been all over my FYP. People have been talking about it and talking about the distasteful things that he did, and I decided to go check out what this creator did and the reason why people are coming in hard and even saying that they do not think they are coming at him hard enough. I went to his page. He's a big content creator on TikTok, and that's on the gram. I think he has about 7 million followers. I think those followers are down to about 6 million followers now. But what he did, I regretted ever going down that rabbit hole to listen to what this man was saying to a woman with disability on his live video. You guys, he was literally saying the most vile, distasteful, disgusting, infuriating things to this lady on his live, and I'm just going to put the picture of Nas on the gram and the lady he was talking to on his live. He was saying something like, "Do you want to have my baby? You look like Trump," like asking this lady to flash him a private, saying, "Do you want me to do this inside of you?" You guys are not going to understand the reason people are coming at him this way unless you see the clip. So I will make sure you see that clip. So I am going to be putting it in the description box, because even if I say it, it's so disgusting that I'm sure I can't even say it the way you were saying it. It's so infuriating, but I need you guys to say. Anyways, people have been talking about it. People have been reacting to it, because there is no way on earth that this is okay for someone to do, especially with someone with disability who have higher percentage of experiencing abuse like this. Let's get into it.
Now, you know, surprisingly, I was going to shut up. Surprisingly. But what Nas did to that young lady, Maggie, that's a cause for you to go sit on a bitch couch. You need to go sit on somebody's couch and you need to be medicated quick, fast, and in a hurry. That shit was nasty. But to see these full-grown ass men who sit they begging ass on live all day and yesterday, every goddamn day, begging in wigs, cosplaying as women, sitting here defending this behavior, all you bitches is gone. Mine gone. Tomato brains. Ain't no way y'all up here saying that lady should have had a caregiver on that live when Nas ain't never in his pumpkin patch years got his ass on the internet and told us he had now disability. He could have literally took that lady off that live. Making excuses. I even seen one of them pull out Bible verses saying how the Bible say that you ought not to judge, when the Bible also says that you ought to what? Bridle your goddamn tongue. Bridle your tongue and humble yourself. That's what the Bible say too. Y'all be meditating on the wrong goddamn scripture. I'm telling you, this TikTok shit is getting out of hand. And if you ask me, they be on more than just liquor. No shade.
Nas from the Gram just told a Down syndrome woman he wants to ejaculate inside of her and make her have his kids. Nas, I don't know if you in that big ass house and you just over there losing it, but bitch, you finna need another mother flight to Turkey when I'm done with your ass. That weak ass apology video, you need to keep it. You need to learn how to take accountability, because if that was anybody else, any other regular woman, you wouldn't have said that shit to them. You thought you was gonna tiptoe over to another app where you can wear these curly ass wigs and look like Glow from the motherfucking Cinnamon Challenge on YouTube and feel like you can say whatever the you want to somebody with a disability, and that's not gonna fly with me. I don't know if the house too big and you going loony, or if the McDonald's videos is tired, but bitch, you're not finna eat it up on Maggie time like that. It's giving you're having an identity crisis. Like, what the you mean you want to bust inside of her, but you dress like my mother auntie? Like, what are you doing? Now you got Maggie in this fucked up ass position, and her mother parents need to get on that with your ass, bitch.
And the more I think about the Nas situation and Maggie, I don't know who is Maggie's parents, but I'm going to give Maggie's parents the shout out. One thing that I noticed that Maggie knew key words. Maggie knew what Nas was saying was not right and not appropriate, and she kept on saying no. And I'm not going to lie, as me being a behavior specialist, technician, I work with autism, I work with special needs, I work with special education and people who have behavior problem in translation with cognitive thinking as far as behavior. She did not react the way somebody else would have reacted. She didn't. And I'm happy that that child didn't react like that because it would have turned different. But what got me the most, if y'all watch that fucking video, it was somebody around her. What the fuck was around her? If anybody watched that video, it was somebody around her in a fucking camera lens. So I'm not understanding. But I am so happy that she did not gravitate towards what he was saying to the full level of a regular person who don't have as many chromosomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to really look at this shit and analyze this shit. Maggie knew, no, I don't like it. She knew that. Shout out to the parents. So y'all got to really read inside it and deep inside. Bye.
Is this mic on? So by now you guys seen that video of Nas from the Gram. Yeah, that video. I used to look at Nas from the Gram about 2 years ago when he used to do those McDonald's skips and the clock out. I thought they were funny. And then at some point, I couldn't tell the difference between who Nas was and the person, that tropey, bitter energy of a woman that he was projecting out there. I thought, this is unusual. So I also believe that when you're nourishing your mind on such low behavior and these little stereotypical tropes, it gets in your brain somehow. So I didn't watch him for a long time. And he's went through a lot of transformation. Next thing I know, he was dressed up in women's clothes. And there's something to be said about these men with these beards and these mustaches wearing wigs. For one part, it's lazy. Do y'all see the Thailand lady boys? It's lazy. And on another end, I'm thinking it's a little crazy. There's this thick, bow-legged, 54-year-old looking man with a bald head named Courtney on Instagram. And she just be walking around that park in her high heels and circling in these parking lots. And I be thinking, I feel for Courtney because I'm like, she must want to feel something. She must want to feel some attention. And I think of Courtney, if she stripped all that down, yes, she would look like a mailman and playing in her wife's lingerie. And I think if you strip down all the makeup, the nails, and all the attention things, the base is probably very much out of work, sad, and invincible. I'm thinking that's what these men are feeling. And they would rather have attention. Attention is a hell of a drug. So I'm sure they would rather have any attention than not. So they go and, I want to say, tap into this childhood trauma of a woman they've seen, their auntie, their mother's friend, who was thick and possibly depressed. And they thought that was power what that woman was exhibiting. And somehow they keep on encapsulating that energy, harnessing it, and projecting it as their identity now. And it looks that way from the outside. But back to Mr. Nas, he does this video and he's talking to this Down syndrome girl. I mean, this girl has special needs, y'all. She has special needs very much clearly. And he has on his cherry cola curly auntie wig and this rayon silk shirt with rainbows and it's off the shoulder. He's given, you know, this old bossy broad from the late 80s. And he's like, you're ugly. And he's just talking about her face. And, you know, when it comes to anyone, I try to use white gloves, but especially when it comes to the mentally special needs, I'm definitely going to have white gloves. I think anyone would feel this way. This man was talking about spitting on this woman. This man was talking about impregnating this woman. And all while he was doing this woman was just trying to get out alive, and she couldn't get out alive. And he was going on and just, it was the most crudest behavior. And even if she wasn't special needs, that type of behavior was like verbal assault. No one deserves that. And he keeps on saying it was the liquor. Again, may this liquor never touch upon me lips, because what kind of liquor was that? That was not liquor, so that was trauma. That was you losing sight of the shore and out at the bay. He comes the next day in this big shamu wrap and a head bonnet thing, and he's like, I apologize, and I couldn't even watch the video. And that's the dangerousness. What he exhibited is the reason why we all need separate bathrooms. That behavior about what he wanted to do to that woman is why we all need separate bathrooms. I can't trust you. I don't know what you got going on up there. You gave us a little peek of it. I didn't like it. It's unique. Listen, I want to give everyone their room. If these men want to look like mailmen in their wives' lingerie, they want to be new. This has always been here from the beginning of time, and each society has handled it their own separate ways. And I think people should have the right to express themselves. But there is a part of me that believes there's something going on up there. Because that was very crude, Nas. Clock.
It actually doesn't surprise me at all that there are people out here who are defending and still supporting Nas from the gram even after what he did to that lady with Down syndrome on TikTok Live, because y'all's desire to be entertained routinely overrides y'all's moral compass. The same way y'all can get up here and cry to us about how you yourself have been in a physically abusive relationship before and talk about all the ways it negatively affected your life, just to then turn around and spend your last to go to the concert of somebody who has been physically violent to their romantic partners in the past. You know, the exact same way y'all can get up here and talk about the atrocities that have been committed against you just to turn around and still support a celebrity or an influencer who has committed the exact same atrocities against other people. These are the same people who separate the art from the artist. You know, I don't agree with the terrible things that they've done. I think it's absolutely disgusting, but that album though, but they put on a good concert though, but they dance real nice though, but they throw that football real good though. Y'all would support the devil as long as he could play a sport, put out a song that you can dance to, or gave you something to laugh at on social media. But since some of you seem to think that what he did wasn't that serious, even though in my opinion it should be considered sexual assault, it should be a fucking crime. I don't know, maybe it already is, but if it isn't, it should be. And if it is already considered a crime, I hope her parents or whoever is in charge of taking care of her presses fucking charges. But since y'all seem to think that it's really not that serious, I just want to share some statistics with you guys. People with developmental disabilities are sexually assaulted at a rate 7 times higher than those without. Statistically speaking, over 90% of people with developmental disabilities will be sexually assaulted at some point in their life. It is said that up to 80 to 83% of women with intellectual or developmental disabilities will be sexually assaulted at some point in their life. Statistics show that predators target those with developmental disabilities because a lot of times they're easy targets. They're easy to manipulate. Individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities a lot of times suffer from communication issues, which a lot of times makes it incredibly difficult for them to even be able to identify the abuse that they're suffering, let alone be able to report it. Don't even get me started on the statistics around people with developmental disabilities who actually do manage to report the abuse and they're just simply not believed and they're told that they're making it up. Lots of individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities do not receive the proper sexual health education that is required in order for one to even be able to identify what is appropriate and what is inappropriate when it comes to relationships and just everyday interactions with people. And like I said, predators, statistically speaking, target those with intellectual or developmental disabilities. Anyone who encounters an individual with an intellectual or developmental disability and thinks anything other than, oh, this is very clearly somebody that I need to handle with extra care, is a predator. The fact that he got on that live with a woman with Down syndrome and the first thing he thought was to say stuff like that, I don't want to hear shit about alcohol. It's giving you would actually assault somebody and then just claim you were too drunk.
What do you guys think about what people are saying? And if you have go check out the video, the original video where he was talking to that lady, what do you guys think about that video? Were you able to watch the entire thing? Because it was just so annoying. Shout out to this lady for understanding some of the words that NASFROMTHEGRAM was saying, and immediately she said no. Like, no, I don't want that. He was even calling her a Trumpy. He was saying, you look like Trump, calling her the B word. There is literally the B word in every statement uttered to this lady. It is so disgusting, like very disgusting. And as usual, he came out to apologize. Just the normal way and the normal things that they do when they do stuff like this. You know, they will come online to apologize. And the way that apology went, I'm telling you guys, I strongly believe that this person is not sorry. They are only sorry because people didn't find it funny. The percentage of people who found that funny was higher than the people criticizing him. He's not going to be out there issuing an apology. I promise you guys. You are asking why I said that is because even right in the outfit he used for the apology, he was coming at another creator who called him out, telling him that what he did was not okay. He was saying he would have preferred if this creator texted him privately, like in his DM privately, instead of saying it online that what he did isn't okay. People should be able to criticize. People should be able to tell you and call you out on your BS when you did, especially on situations and matters like this. They should be able to say it out in public. And that right there was what did it for me, and a confirmation that this person did not even mean the apology. Another thing that is so freaking annoying, and I think has been getting a lot of people infuriated as well, is the fact that there are some men saying, oh yeah, he did that, you guys should forgive him, he has apologized. Like, it doesn't even make sense at this point. It's almost as if these people do not think. Like, and then in his apology, he was blaming it literally on alcohol. I didn't expect anything less. That is exactly where you can blame it to. That is what you can put the blame on. But there are so many people who drink in the world to understand that a drunk mouth speaks sober thought. Like, we all know that it is possible for you to, react in a certain way when you are drunk. But to be honest, those thoughts are thoughts that have been settled in your body. You just did not have the gut. Alcohol is the only thing that gives the gut. Alcohol gives the gut, not the thought. So there are so many people who drink enough to know that, this is not an excuse for you. But to the people who are saying that he has apologized, people should get over it, those are the people who had the problem that we have today. Because what do you mean get over it? If people want to call him out every single day for what he did for a month, he deserves it, because you need to watch that video. Not only are the things coming out of his mouth very vile and distasteful, even the body language. I do not find anything funny in that. And according to those who have been watching this man who reacted to that video, they said he has a character like that, like those woody black aunties, and so many people find it funny. You guys already know that when you find it funny, they always take a step further. Every time you find something that they know is disrespectful, but they do it. If you find it funny, they will go a step further to introduce new things, till they get to a point where people will start to wake up that this is actually very distasteful. Like, there is nothing funny about it. There are creators even calling on mass unfollowing. Like I said, he has about 7 million followers, and now his followers are sitting around 6.1 the last time I checked, which is like few hours before filming this video. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this creator. He has been going viral, and yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. And I heard that the family of this lady are now pressing charges, or they are going to press charges, as they should, because nobody should be humiliated like that on live when thousands of people are literally watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I am going to see you guys in the next one.